Hey everyone, welcome to the Sewing Bee Chat, and I'm really happy to be here. I'm not sure who all is here yet. I think I saw Lynn. Yep, Lynn, Chris, Elizabeth, Anessa, and Dee. Hi guys, how are you doing today? And Elizabeth B as well. Great to see you guys. I apologize for Tuesday. I just was not feeling good. It's just sometimes the back pain, I just usually don't live there. That's been my motto for however many years I've had back problems. I just say, I don't live there. And I don't, but there's sometimes it shouts back at me louder than I can shout back at it. So, and that was one of those days. And I'll just be glad to get this surgery done so I can go back to not living there. So, yeah, so that's around the corner, but I'm doing fine. So anyway, how is everyone? What are you sewing this week? And yeah, my question for the day was, what is your favorite fabric to sew and why? I think we'll get some interesting answers. And then we might talk a little bit about what types of properties of fabric matter in a pattern. And that might be kind of a good nugget to get into that will be worth watching. So, all right, let's see. That's nice. Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. Hi, Brenda. You're at work. Hi. Glad you stopped in anyway. I don't want to get you in trouble. Oh, thank you, Chris. This whoop, this pink top is the Thinkin', and it was one of the iterations where the scoop was too wide. So as you can see, I've got a cami on underneath, but I love it. I love the color and everything. So yeah, it's a great pattern. But this was, one of the fit versions we had to sew. So it was the scoop was too wide, and that was basically she fixed that in the final version. So anyway, I love this anyway, even though it is a little wide. I just have to wear something underneath it. I might put some Velcro on the shoulders. I've done that on a few things. If you put just a little bit of the grippy kind of Velcro here, it'll usually stick to your bra then. And then some bras won't stick, but you could put a little strip of Velcro on your bra strap going from like here to here, and then you can adjust where you want that to lay. Works pretty well. So that's just a tip, I guess, for wide scoops. I have very narrow shoulders, and I knew when I saw this scoop that, but we have to sew what the original thing is when you're doing testing. So I knew that it was going to be too wide when I sewed it, but I also knew that I would still love it and wear it. So. All right, let's see. What's everybody? Big cup slings and sleep masks. Interesting. What's a big cup sling? No favorites, still exploring. Chris says very nice for spring. Yeah, I think I'm going to love this for spring. All right, Anessa says, I don't think I have a favorite fabric type, but I'm just starting out. Though fleece is the only one I'm super used to and comfortable with. Yeah, fleece is nice to sew for sure. Thick, but nice. Um, yeah, how about you guys? What are let's get some other opinions out here, and I'll tell you mine eventually, but you guys probably already know it anyway. Um, yes, Chris, my surgery is May 12th. And I'm a little more chipper about it today than I was. Like the last time I talked to you guys, I had found out the day before. So I was really down in the dumps. But it is going to be May 12th. They're going to do 3 laminectomies at L3, 4, and 5. And that's where they just remove part of the vertebrae to make more room for the spinal cord because it's severely compressed. And then they're also L4 is like sliding on top of L5, which completely like occludes that spinal cord area there. So that's why my legs go numb when I stand up. So they are going to fuse that so that doesn't slide anymore. And yeah, I should be good. You know, my surgeon had done other 2 back surgeries on me before, and it was 20 years ago. So I said, just patch me up for another 20 years. And he kind of laughed. So I don't know what that means. But I do know that a lot of people end up with more just because if it happens there, it can happen at another level. And he told me that. He said, you know, it's very possible this could happen. You know, we'll fix this and then it'll happen at, you know, T12 or whatever. So yeah, um, you just have to go with the flow, I guess. But that is why people go back for more back surgeries. It's not necessarily because the surgery didn't work, but there are a lot of vertebrae, and there are a lot of vertebrae to, you know, get messed up. So I think from here on out, though, I'm going to be very protective of my back because I really don't want to have another surgery. So I'm going to be taking that calcium and that vitamin D, and I'm going to be not lifting too much for the rest of my life. So that's just how it goes. Lynn is making a few things for market this weekend. Oh, that's right. I just said that. Big cup slings and sleep masks. You have to tell us what those are. I know what sleep masks are, but what are big cup slings? Is that for like carrying a water jug around or? Hi, Patricia. Nice to see you. Ooh, Brenda likes cotton. Why do you like cotton so much, Brenda? Oh, okay. So the big cup sling is like the H2O to go jacket. Okay, that's cool. Chris says she still loves wovens, but she's usually using knits. That's me too. I love to sew wovens and I do sew them, but I like to wear knits. And I think that's the difference. Like, I love to sew wovens, but the things I reach for in my closet are not usually the woven tops. I usually, you know, grab the knit tops. Um, so yeah. All right. Double brushed poly. Yep, one of my favorites too, Dee. But you guys have to tell me why. Why do you like it so much? Is it wearing it, or is it the actual sewing with it? Is it just easier to sew? Double brush poly does really behave for you, that's for sure. Anessa said her son likes to wear double brush poly. Lynn is still a fan of cotton, denim, or canvas. Ooh, that's really interesting. Not very many people choose denim as their favorite, so that's pretty good. You must have a great machine because a lot of people struggle with that. I don't, but use your hump jumper, and then life is just a bowl of cherries. Chris says, I was lucky enough to be able to manage my herniated disc with PT. That is wonderful. Mine were not to the point where they could be that way back when, so they were sort of emergencies. Well, one of them was. But if this were a herniated disc now, I would not do it probably. I would just do PT, and because it will reabsorb eventually. Like what happened to the one that was an emergency, it was actually laying on my spinal cord, and I was getting foot drop and all kinds of stuff, and my all of the, as he explained to me, all of the jelly was out of the donut, so I had to do something then. But um, this is not discs. This is the actual vertebrae that are, they're like bone spurs kind of that build up with arthritis. He explained it's like when your knuckle, um, if you have arthritis in your hand, how your knuckles get big and fat. Well, that's what happens to the inside of your vertebrae. And then it grows and eventually occludes the area that the spinal cord is going through. And mine was pretty severe, so he said that there really weren't any other options for me. And I've had 3 doctors tell me the same thing. So um, yeah, I'm just gonna do it. uh, Chris says her wovens usually fit better. Okay. Yeah, I could go along with that, especially like the harmony top and cadence and that. I've sort of perfected the fit to those to my body, and they feel so good when I wear them. Yes, Chris, I agree. It is warm. Double brush poly is warm. Brenda says it's because she started sewing with cotton and she loves the button down. Okay, cool. You're gonna love Love Notions is coming out with a button down shirt soon. I had to decline testing just because of everything going on with my surgery, so I won't be testing it this time. But hopefully, I'll be able to sew one up before it gets released. So excited about that. Yes, Chris, I do love the hump jumpers very much. I preach on it practically. Do you like double brush poly for wearing as well as sewing? I love double brush poly for wearing, except when it's really, really hot. Um, I even wear it, I take it stuff with me that I made out of that to the tropics because, it's so soft for one thing. And I love it, for baby clothes too, because, who doesn't want to put that softness against your baby's skin? It's just so sweet. It seems nicer to sew a woven. Stays put better. You love the feel. Do you ever feel like you're cheating when you sew a knit? Sometimes I think, yeah, this is really cheating because it goes so fast, And Anessa loves to wear rayon and bamboo jersey, but hate to sew it. Yeah, we're talking curly, 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 and also it pulls down, and at least if it has enough spandex in it, but it's weighty, so if you can't hang it on a hanger to dry, or it'll expand like 3 sizes lengthwise. So guess what tonight is? I'm so excited for them. It is opening night of my granddaughter's musical, and oh my gosh, you guys, they're so cute. I can't even stand it. Let me see if I have some pictures of them in their costumes. They're just so stinking adorable. Okay, here we go. I'll drag them over here. Oops. Nope. All right, let me just do it this way then. They're so cute in their little costumes. And I altered so many of these costumes. And then some of the girls are wearing costumes I made from previous years. And then my littlest granddaughter, I made her costume. and I altered a whole bunch of them, put cups in them and some, and fixed zippers and all kinds of stuff. You know how it goes. Let me. Oh well, I can't seem to find it at the moment. But anyway, it is. Oh, I know how I can do it. Where's my preview? Everything's kind of. Sorry, guys, I lost you here on my computer. I'm not sure what happened here. But I got too excited to show you something and then I lost you. No, not it. I think I shut the window. Accidentally. Main window. Oh. Whatever there we go. Sorry, guys. I think I put you guys in, like, I'm not sure what happened here. Where'd you go? There you are. Okay, somehow I made the window really little. I don't know how, but anyway, I'm back. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. Break a leg to your thespians. Yes, ma'am. Definitely. Team woven for me, Pat says. All right, Brenda. Lindsay, hi everyone. Nice to see you, Brenda. Chris said we see you and hear you. I don't know where the window went, but I'm not going to worry about it, I guess. Hi, Brenda. Okay. I don't know where it went. Yeah, I'm still kind of on this journey with my Mac that I still don't know it that well. So excuse me for that. Batiks. Oh, good thought, Diane. They stick together and don't need as much pinning as does quilter. Good thing to know. I have sewn quite a bit with batiks, but I just never realized that but you're right, they have a brushed edge to them, or feel to them, where they do kind of stick together like felt, kind of. Anne says, wonderful experience for kids to be in a play. Gives them self-confidence and a sense of community. Good. Diane, I don't know if your comment ended up on there, so. How are your schools doing with performances? We are not, we don't we homeschool. So, I mean, I used to. My daughter homeschools now. I'm a homeschool Grammy. But we haven't had any problems. And last year, there were masks and distancing and stuff. And they limited the number of people, but they haven't had to this year at all. And plus, since it's a homeschool co-op, it's a little bit, it's not like a whole big school. It's just 20 families, so it's not it's not super big. But anyway, okay. I wanted to make sure we were on the same page. Oh, I have to click cancel there. That's why. Oh, now I got you back. I was trying to put an image in, and because I was not able to get to the one I wanted, anyway, you don't need to know that. Here, I'm going to show you these now. I'm going to share my screen for a moment. This is my oldest granddaughter. It didn't let me share my screen. Okay. I don't know why, guys. Can I drag this here? There we go. All right. This is my oldest granddaughter. I apologize. I always try to do new things and then I end up messing it all up. She's in the chorus and has a few little speaking parts, but nothing big. And she is 14. That's Eve. And then my other granddaughter, let's see, where's Nene? Okay, this is the next youngest. Oop. Now, why doesn't it let me put this one on? I don't know why. I don't know why. All right. This is crazy. Anyway, you got to see one of them. But my favorite was the outfit that I made for my littlest granddaughter, that purple. If you were on the Facebook group, you saw her in that. So cute. And she's a little parasol girl and she twirls her umbrella. So much fun. All right. To anybody new who's joined us, please let us know what your favorite fabric is to sew and what you why you like to sew it. Pat says, without letting the cat out of the bag, will tomorrow's Love Notions feature Friday pattern need a knit or woven? Well, that are we playing like are we playing animal or mineral, like guess it. It's a knit. It's a knit. And it's one of my favorite patterns. So yes. Thanks, Lynn. But they do such a nice production. It's incredible. The dads build the sets. They do rent some costumes, and then I have to like alter them then, and anybody who wants to gets to sing, and it's amazing to me how good those kids are. Like this girl that works with them can get so much out of them. It's incredible. So I don't know how she does it, because she's running around like, okay, I need you to do this and I need you to do that. And she's got it all right here. And she's so organized, and I am not. So It's a fun experience, though. Like I told my husband, that checks all the boxes for me because I got to sew. I was someone who was very much involved in theater when I was younger. Did a lot of community theater, so I'm a theater brat, and I homeschooled, and I get to do photography for them too. So it just checks all my boxes, and so it's the most fun thing, and it's a nice diversion for me right now. My daughter said, "I'll run around, Mom, and get all those shots from different angles, and I'm just going to put you in the front row, and you can just shoot to your heart's content." I said, "Good, I'll do it." So I don't have to stand or anything. I just sit there and shoot, and it's just fabulous. So much fun. So one day you'll say to me, "Why do you always drink Diet Pepsi?" I'm addicted to Diet Pepsi. I am a blessed grandma, that's for sure. Brenda says, I just love knits and wovens. The job I hate about sewing is actually attaching and cutting out interfacing. Me too. I feel like I get something all cut out and ready to go, and I'm like, oh, I got to do the interfacing. It's like this downer all of a sudden. Like, oh, I got to do the interfacing first. You want to get to the fun part. You don't want to do the interfacing, right? Does anybody else feel like that? I feel like, I just want to sew. I don't want to do that. Aw, thanks, Chris. That's really sweet of you to say. So, my favorite is, I'm wearing it, cotton lycra. And I like a nice 8 to 10 ounce weight. It makes the nicest laying tops, as you're looking at my neckline going all over. But if you weren't here when I explained earlier, this is the Lincoln top from Love Notions, and this was the first test version. She's since made the scoop a lot narrower, and yeah, but I still love this one, so I just wear a cami under it. Yep, Elizabeth is in our facing club as well. No interfacing club. Yeah, so I love cotton lycra, and the reason I do is, one, it's comfortable to wear. It actually can be a little bit supportive even when you need it to be. I absolutely love undergarments in cotton lycra. They hold you in, and I mean, they're really nice. And I love tops in cotton lycra, and I even make stretch pants with them sometimes. So it's just a very versatile fabric that you can do a lot with. It sews really easily, and it does curl a little bit, but other than that, it is a very, very easy fabric to work with. So that's my favorite, is cotton lycra. And I like the cotton lycra. I've gotten it from a number of places, but I like Girl Charlie's. They have a ton of colors, every color you can imagine. I've gotten it from Olga's Closet, and from Purple Seamstress, and I've gotten it from Nick of Time, and they've all been great quality. So no issues with any of those companies. So. Oh, Chris doesn't like to put indie patterns together. You need a projector, Chris. Yes, the projector makes things quick, especially when I'm sewing like for my grandkids and I'm going to sew just a straight size. I'm not going to make any adjustments to it or whatever. That's an easy thing to just throw on the projector. I usually have fit things to do to my patterns for me, so I often will do the projector all except for one piece. Like I might do the projector all except the bodice front and back, just because I like to do my narrow shoulder adjustment. And I sometimes will do a full bicep adjustment on the sleeves. those kind of things. So I almost always do that. So um, yeah, I think that's basically um, just print the everything except the one or two pieces you need to alter. I tried doing it online, or in the computer, making the adjustments, and I'll tell you what, it takes longer than just slapping out a piece of paper. It really does. Um, so then when you store it, you just say, this is the sleeve for Lincoln top, let's say. This is a sleeve for the Lincoln top, and the other pattern is located on Google Drive or wherever you would keep your stuff. So then the next time you make it, you pull it out. There's the piece you need, plus the rest is on the projector. So that's generally how I've been doing it. I was trying really hard to do all the adjustments on the projector, and then I thought, is it worth it? you know, it just to say I did. Is it really worth it just to, because it was much more work than to just print the paper. So, but then I was like, well, yeah, but I don't have to print all the paper. I can just print the piece that I need to change. So, or pieces that I need to change. So for the most part, I use my projector, but there are times that I do use a piece or so um, on the in paper. Brenda said she likes cotton lycra also, and also double brush poly. Dee asked me, do I make leggings with cotton lycra? My sister is wanting some. Honestly, Brenda, I don't wear leggings, so I don't really make them. I mean, I make the resolutions from Love Notions, which are sort of a skinny pant that are knit, and I make those. They can be leggings, I guess, but I don't like them that tight, so I just make a modified legging, I guess. And yeah, I make them out of cotton lycra. You just have to make sure you have a good amount of spandex in there so that you have good recovery. So 95.5 or higher would probably be fine. Chris's sewing room is in the basement with low ceilings. Oh, hey, it is an option. Actually, there's a side projecting um, projector that sits on a table and actually projects this way. It's really cool. And there's a lot of information for it on that Facebook group for projectors and sewing. So just, yeah, might want to check that out. It's made by Epson, I think. I could be wrong, but I think it's made by Epson. I mean, yeah, I think it's made by Epson. Oh, Brenda's made the kids version with cotton lycra. Yeah. I haven't made well, I guess I did make my little one some jeggings. So, but not too often. I mean, I don't make them for an adult. I think with kids, you can be a lot more forgiving with leggings. They don't have to. They don't have to pass all the all the tests for adults. You got to worry about cellulite and all that stuff. How tight they are and how well they sort of got to be thick enough that your underwear doesn't show and all that stuff. So. Very cool. And my reason, as I said, for cotton lycra is I love to wear it and it is easy to sew. But also, I love that it drapes, but not a lot. So it's kind of that in between where you can do something kind of drapey with it, but you wouldn't do like the Serenity sweater or anything that needs a nice graceful drape. But it can be light enough to do some of that and also thick enough to do more structured things. I just like it. I feel like it's really adaptable. Oh, yeah, that's what they're called, short throws. Elizabeth, wonderful. If you can, would you share with us the brand and where you got it? Because I think, yeah, Chris didn't even know that was a possibility for her. So, yeah, let us know how it works out for you. Mine is ceiling mounted, but I have plenty. I have 8 or 9 feet ceilings. And it doesn't give me a huge area, but it does my whole table. So that's enough for me because I can't cut out more than that at a time anyway. So cool. Um, so when you think about fabric, you think about things like breathability. You think about things like drape or structure or not. You think about nap. Is there a nap going one way or the other? And is that comfortable to wear? You think about color and, obviously the pattern or color. That's just a part of it. Um, is it mostly, I think, for a lot of us, breathable is a big issue for women at a certain age. Me. If you got to have some stuff that's breathable. Chris has a question. Do your granddaughters like different fabrics? I took my 2 youngest to Joann's and let them choose what they like. Very different. Oh, that's cool. That is great. I took them when they were really little to Hancock before it went belly up, and they picked the funniest fabrics. My prim proper oldest granddaughter picked a little ditzy floral, really cute, and they both picked quilting cotton, which I don't know why, but Naomi, the 12-year-old now, but she was like 6 then. She picked like this hunter's fabric, like with bears and cottages, log cabins and stuff, and rifles on it. Oh my goodness. I told her she could get whatever she wanted, so we made her a skirt out of that. She's helped, she sewed her skirt, and my daughter just laughed and laughed and laughed, and I said, "Now you have to let her wear it." It was so funny. It's like, what made her want that fabric? I don't know, but it's so cute to remember. Ooh, Lynn, I really like French terry a lot too. The thing I found though is it varies a lot in thickness. So when you order, um, you have to consider what you're ordering it for and make sure, like, if it's for the Metra, is it thick enough for that? Or if it's for a jacket, or if it's for a cardigan, they're so wonderful. All of them are wonderful for cardigans, but some of them are okay for a top, and some of them would just plain be really hot. They'd be more like a sweatshirt. So um, yeah, I'm going to make sure your answer gets highlighted on the screen there, Elizabeth. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, that was a hoot and a half that day. That her mom came and she said, "Why did you let her buy that?" I said, "Because that's what she wanted." And I knew it was a waste of time, except that, I mean, I knew it was a waste that she wasn't going to ever wear that, for good. But we made a memory, and that's worth anything. And it was what she wanted, and she was very proud of it. She said that Daddy would like it. So I just thought it was the cutest thing. And so she wore it around the house. It was okay. Me too. I love French terry, especially cardigans, I think. And I have 2 Metro jackets from Love Notions that are French terry, but that's the little bit thicker version. So it's very warm in here tonight. I'm all dressed to go to the show because we have to pick my mother-in-law up on the way, and so at 5 I have to literally like turn the computer off and leave. So I apologize if I cut it short right at 5. That's why. Oh, that would be nice, Lynn. I think that, yeah. And theirs is really soft too. Like it's different weights, but they're all really soft. I bought some white waffle knit from there, and it's really soft and nice. And I think I want to make like a composed robe, but a short one. I think that would be nice. Good. Hi, Amy. Nice to see you. Double brush poly. Everybody likes to sew double brush poly because it really is like it's a four-way stretch, and it behaves. It really does. It behaves. The iron, um, it loves to get ironed, and it gets steamed and shaped really well. There's nothing bad about it. The only drawback it has for some people, it's a little hot. But for me, I wear it except for those really really hot days. They do all love to twirl. You are right. Definitely. So what kind of questions would you like to chat about on these upcoming Tuesdays? Are there any burning questions that you'd like to discuss? Yes, and what I said, the Love Notions Feature Friday, isn't it? It's one I've done a video about. So there's a hint. um, yeah, it's fun. Oh, I don't know if you saw my post on Facebook, but I was looking in my stats and I noticed that I am like something like 30,000 views away from a million. I was like, what? A million views? I'm going to celebrate. You probably hear it all over the country from here. That's pretty. I was pretty blown away by that. I don't know how. I'm just here sharing what I do. So, pardon me. My cover stitch is the cheapest one they make, and it works fine for me. It's that Brother 12. I can't remember the two 2300 V CV or something like that. Anyway, it's wonderful, and I think I paid less than $300 for it. Um, it only does one thing, and I couldn't bring myself to pay a lot of money for something that only has one use. So I I might upgrade it someday, but this is working fine for me. I mean, it's only good for hemming, really, and maybe making a belt loop or something like that. But it's pretty um, it's pretty simplistic in what it does. So I didn't think I needed to spend a lot of money. But yeah, I thought that was a bargain. I got it on Joanne Fabric's website. They had a sale, and I saw it was under $300, and I'm like, I always kind of wanted to have one, so I bought it. This was about 2 years ago, and I do use it, but it has one use, to hem knits mostly. So that's basically what I use it for, and it is nice to have that stretch hem on a knit. Um, Even though you can use a thin zigzag, works pretty well, and it'll still stretch and stuff, but the cover stitch is just really gives it a whole lot more stretchability. I think maybe next Tuesday we'll discuss ways to use clear elastic. Would that be a good one for you guys? Or different elastics maybe and how you use them? I'm a big fan of clear elastic. So, yeah, there's a lot of ways to use it. Yes, you're right. Chris said the look of a cover stitch is really nice. Definitely. For sure. Yeah. All right. So, that was one thought I had, was to talk about how to use clear elastic. Another would be maybe troubleshooting sewing machine issues. Something that I know a little bit about, but I think it'd be really great to pool our knowledge on some of that stuff. So maybe that would be kind of a fun thing to do, to talk about, and everybody share, what their issues and frustrations are, and maybe, we can come to a helpful point there on some things. Um, Brenda says she's been searching for a cover stitch, and hubby wants to know what I want for my birthday. Does he want to give birthday presents to your friends too? I'm just kidding. No, that's great. He's a keeper. Amy says yes to clear elastic. I've been putting it in the shoulders seams, but is very fiddly. It moves around so much. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. Yeah, it does move around a lot. Sometimes I just kind of, every 3 inches or so, put a pin so that I can guide it. And of course, I take it out before you get to, and you get to take it out. But you don't want to stretch it. So just make sure you don't stretch it. That's the big thing. Because then you're going to have puckers, ruching in your shoulder that you don't want, or in your waistband that you don't want. So you have to be kind of careful that way. Hello, Barbara. Nice to see you. Yay, San Antonio. She needs to replace her serger. Well, I have that Juki MO1000. It's wonderful. It's the air threaded one. It's fantastic. Y'all share your best sergers with her so she can decide. So, see, other topics I've thought about is, do y'all match your thread? I know I'm not the only one who doesn't always match it completely. Raise a hand if you pretty much just get in the ballpark with your thread color, unless it's top stitching. Because sometimes I don't want to have a whole lot of different colors, So sometimes I'll get in the family of, unless it's like white has to be white, or this light pink had to be maybe surging white, but the top stitching had to be pink. But, for the most part, in your serger, the only thing that has to be the color is the fourth needle, because that's the one that's right up against the seam that it's going to show through. So, yeah, that you don't have to always match your thread, as long as you have, it's not going to show or pull apart, or in any way isn't super clashy, I buy a lot of gray serger thread. I basically use black, white, and gray, and then if I use a color, it will be on that fourth thread. Yep, me too, Amy. Dee loves her baby lock. I guess I'm hungry. Baby lock Triumph, which is a combination serger and cover stitch. Is it like cumbersome to switch back and forth, Dee? Dee matches all her threads, so she has a ton. Brenda, white, black, gray, or tan. Yep, that's me. Some people said the variegated thread is really good because it kind of will morph into the color. I haven't tried it, but I've seen a lot of people have a lot of success with that variegated color serger thread. Well, we're hereby free you from having to do that. That's good, Elizabeth. Natural thread works really well in most things, except for maybe black. Um, but yeah. So let's see what time it is here. I can't tell. Okay, I'm going to have to wrap it up here pretty soon because I've got to go to opening night. Oh, Chris, tell us how it is once you use it. I'd love to know. Where did you get it? Where did you buy it? So, yeah, I'm doing my best to crank videos out there. The t-shirt series is in the works. I can't, it takes me a long time right now. I can't stand for more than 5 or 10 minutes without my legs going numb and so forth. So be patient with me right now at this season. It won't always be like this. And, I'm cranking them out as much as I can. So these chats are nice because I get to sit down and spend time with my friends and answer your questions and make sure you don't forget about me. Oh, I don't know. I would think after a while it might get brittle, but I've had some that's 10 years old that's fine. Not serger thread, but other thread. I would think you could keep it for a pretty long time. Cool. Definitely let us know. All right, well, I'm going to wrap it up. Are there any other questions for today? All right, well, it's a pleasure, you guys, always. Thank you for being understanding this week. And I will see you soon. And going to go and love on my little grandgirls for a little while. So take care and have a happy sewing. Bye-bye.